Hey everybody, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it's time for Free Week. We're going to see who's free this week and which 4 champions I'm going to recommend. Free this week, we will be seeing Amumu, Fiora, Lucian, Master Yi, Nami, Renekton, Taric, Varus, Zed, and Ziggs. And as for my first recommendation for the week, I'm going to give it over to Varus. I have been a fan of him in the mid lane recently. His poke meta style, by building up your tier, building tons of armor penetration, is actually really fun, and you have usually a decently easy laning phase because you farm up pretty normal for standard ADC. And he's very impactful as the game goes on when you land all of that poke. Get the blue buff from your jungler, and keep sieging turrets with the other ADC and the rest of your team, and you'll do a lot of damage. It's really quite simple, to be honest, and it's really, really effective, so try it out if you haven't. The next champion I'm going to recommend for this week is going to be Ziggs. And the reason I say Ziggs is for one reason. I may have mentioned it in a previous week. Ziggs was buffed very, very slightly multiple patches ago. What the buff was is that his Q ability became cheaper earlier on in the game. It allows him to really poke and out-harass the enemy mid laner and help him farm up easy. He still also controls and clears waves incredibly well. He's not the strongest mid laner in the game probably right now, but he's not weak by any means, and he's still super impactful. And like I said, if you can harass really well with your Q early on, you can get ahead very easily and force them back early and then beat them to level 6 and then impact the map. So I like Ziggs still. Try him out if you don't have him. For my third recommendation for this week, gonna give that one over to Zed. Now, Zed will be seeing a new skin finally, which is good because his other skins kind of are meh. And also, if you didn't notice, there's a lot of project champions for free this week. I'm guessing they're hyping it up. I'm guessing they want people to get on the hype train for the new skins, but that's fine. Anyways, Zed's still fine. They reverted his ultimate back to it being only a 0.5 second delay from a 1 second delay when you use his death mark, which is kind of a huge gain for him, because what hurt him previously was he couldn't use it to dive turrets as well because he was going to be taking a couple shots because of the 1 second delay, or at least taking more damage than he probably wanted to. Now he can jump back immediately after diving in, doing a quick combo, and get out a lot easier, so he's come back up in power just a little bit. So if you're looking to play some Zed, he's going to be in a little better spot. And as for my final champion recommendation for this week, I'm going to give that one over to Renekton. Renekton in the top lane. Very strong. Always has been strong. He used to have a crap late game, honestly. They did tweak his numbers around, kind of took a little bit of the power out of the early game and moved a little bit into the late game. It did help a little bit, and it didn't honestly nerf his early game as much as some would think. The other thing that's recently helped him is the new items in the game. Renekton can build a handful of them depending on how you're prioritizing. With Renekton, if you're winning lane, you can build damage and you can keep winning and keep pushing. If you're losing lane or it's even, you might want to go a little more defensive, but now that we have some of these new Juggernaut items added to the game, a Dead Man's Plate can go real far away, and other items that can be impactful on Renekton. So itemization has changed a little bit, and I think he's a little better off because of it. Those are the champions that are free this week, and those are the 4 that I recommend you trying out. Obviously, play any of the champions that you want to play, just if you want to play them. It's always a good idea to play things you want to try out for the first time. Yeah, that's really it. If there's a box around any of these champions' portraits, that means you can click on it. It will take you to a building guide of some kind for the champion. And yeah, should be fun and dandy. Let me know down below in the comments which 4 champions you want to play this week. Always like to know what you guys are playing. But other than that, good luck out there this week on the fields of justice.